Welcome back to Coach Coin Collectibles, where today we're counting down the top 4 rare USA 1-cent coins that collectors across America are still searching for. From the classic 1940 Lincoln Wheat Penny in poor condition to the 1955 penny in good condition, the 1956 penny with everyday circulatory wear, and the rusty-looking 1958 cent that still holds vintage appeal, these old coins carry a fascinating piece of American history. Some may look ordinary at first glance, but hidden details, mint marks, age, and condition can make them highly collectible and surprisingly valuable. Stay tuned as we explore the stories, designs, rarity, and potential market value behind these iconic Lincoln cents that continue to excite coin collectors today. Let's start. The famous 1955 USA 1-cent coin in good condition. This small copper coin may look ordinary at first glance, but collectors across the country continue searching for rare examples because of the strong demand and incredible auction stories connected to this year. The 1955 penny has become a favorite among coin enthusiasts thanks to its historical importance, classic design, and the possibility of finding highly valuable varieties still hiding in old collections and coin jars today. The 1955 Lincoln cent was produced during a very important period in American history when the United States economy was rapidly growing after World War II. Millions of these pennies were struck for everyday circulation, and they became part of daily life for Americans during the 1950s. Even though large numbers were made, certain versions from this year gained legendary status among collectors, especially because of minting variations and strong collector demand. Many people remember seeing these pennies in pocket change decades ago, but today the surviving coins in good condition are becoming harder to locate as more collectors continue adding them to private collections. On the front side of the coin, also known as the obverse, the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln is displayed facing to the right. This famous design was created by Victor David Brenner and has remained one of the most recognizable coin portraits in American history. The word Liberty appears beside Lincoln, while the year 1955 is stamped clearly below. The phrase, "In God We Trust," curves along the upper edge of the coin, giving the design a strong patriotic appearance. Collectors admire the smooth details on Lincoln's face and hair when the coin remains in good condition because these details often wear away over time. The reverse side, commonly called the tail side, features the classic wheat ears design that collectors lovingly refer to as the wheat penny reverse. 2 large wheat stalks stand on each side of the coin, symbolizing prosperity and growth in the United States. In the center, the words 1 cent and United States of America appear boldly, while the Latin phrase E pluribus unum sits proudly across the top edge. This reverse design gives the coin a vintage American appearance that continues attracting collectors from around the world. Many coin experts believe the Wheat Penny series remains one of the most beautiful and nostalgic coin designs ever produced by the United States Mint. The cultural and historical value of the 1955 penny continues growing every year because it represents an important era in American life. During the 1950s, pennies could still buy everyday items such as candy, newspapers, or small household products. Today, these coins serve as historical reminders of a completely different economic period. Collectors enjoy owning coins that connect directly to the lives of past generations, and the 1955 cent carries strong emotional and nostalgic appeal. This emotional connection is one reason why demand remains extremely high among both beginner collectors and experienced numismatists. The 1955 1-cent coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams and was made primarily from copper with a small mixture of tin and zinc. The coin has a diameter of 19 millimeters and features a plain edge without reeds. Its durable metal composition helped many examples survive decades of circulation, although finding coins with clean surfaces and strong detail has become increasingly difficult. Coins in good condition still show visible wheat lines and clear lettering, making them highly desirable among collectors searching for affordable but valuable vintage coins. One of the most exciting facts about the 1955 penny is the famous double die variety that shocked the coin collecting world. Although standard 1955 pennies are collectible on their own, the double die version became one of the most legendary error coins ever produced in the United States. On those rare examples, The lettering and numbers appear doubled because of a minting mistake during production. This dramatic appearance created massive collector excitement and transformed the 1955 penny into a true icon within the coin hobby. Even regular 1955 pennies continue gaining attention because people hope to discover one of these rare treasures hidden in old collections. When it comes to rarity and condition, collectors place strong importance on surface quality, color, and detail visibility. A 1955 penny in good condition can still attract excellent interest because many circulated examples became heavily worn over the decades. Coins with original copper color, minimal scratches, and readable details are especially sought after in today's market. As collector demand rises year after year, even average condition coins continue increasing in popularity and market attention. In today's rare coin market, a standard 1955 Lincoln penny in good condition may reach values between $120 and $450 depending on eye appeal and collector demand. Some stronger examples with cleaner surfaces and attractive color can move far beyond that range. In British currency, this equals approximately £95 to £360. Rare minting varieties and highly preserved examples have reportedly achieved astonishing collector prices reaching over $5,000, while premium rare versions have crossed the remarkable £4,000 range in specialty auctions. These impressive numbers continue motivating collectors to search through old coin rolls, inherited collections, and forgotten piggy banks hoping to uncover hidden value. For collectors interested in finding a valuable 1955 penny, careful inspection is extremely important. Always examine the date and lettering under strong lighting because small details can dramatically change the value of the coin. Collectors should avoid cleaning old pennies since cleaning can damage the original surface and reduce collector interest. Storing coins inside protective holders also helps preserve condition and maintain long-term value. Many successful collectors recommend checking old family coin collections because valuable pennies are often discovered in places people least expect. The 1955 USA 1-cent coin remains one of the most exciting and respected Lincoln pennies ever produced. Its classic wheat penny design, rich American history, strong collector demand, and legendary reputation continue making it a favorite among coin enthusiasts worldwide. Whether you are a beginner collector or a long-time numismatic expert, owning a 1955 penny in good condition represents a meaningful connection to American history and the fascinating world of rare coins. Coins like this remind us that even the smallest piece of pocket change can sometimes hold surprising beauty, remarkable history, and impressive value. Number 2. The 1956 USA 1-cent coin is becoming one of the most talked about Lincoln Wheat pennies among collectors and vintage coin hunters across America. Many people still discover this historic penny hidden inside old jars, family collections, and forgotten coin boxes, making it an exciting treasure for everyday collectors. Even in circulating condition, this coin continues to attract strong attention because of its classic wheat design, historical importance, and rising demand in the rare coin market. The 1956 penny represents an important era in American history when the United States economy was rapidly growing after World War II, and millions of these coins were used in daily life across the country. Today, collectors admire this coin not only for its age but also for the story it carries from the 1950s generation. On the front side of the coin, collectors can see the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln facing toward the right side. The words, "In God We Trust," appear across the top edge, while "Liberty" is placed on the left side and the minting year 1956 appears on the right. The detailed image of Lincoln gives the coin a patriotic and timeless appearance that continues to make the Wheat Penny series one of the most beloved coin collections in the United States. On the reverse side, the coin displays two curved wheat stalks surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America. At the top, the Latin phrase E pluribus unum adds a classic touch that reflects American unity and tradition. Even in circulated condition, the design still holds strong visual appeal and historical character. The cultural value of the 1956 1-cent coin continues to grow because it represents a golden era of American currency. Many collectors believe wheat pennies carry a nostalgic connection to old America, where these small copper coins were commonly used for everyday shopping, school lunches, and vending machines. The 1956 penny is especially appreciated because it belongs to the final years of the Lincoln Wheat Cent series before the design changed in 1959. This gives the coin additional popularity among collectors who want to complete full wheat penny collections. The coin also reminds many Americans of family traditions, childhood memories, and historical moments from the mid-20th century. The weight of the 1956 Lincoln Wheat Penny is approximately 3.11 grams, and it was mainly made from copper, giving the coin its rich brown appearance. The diameter measures around 19 millimeters, which is the standard size for classic 1-cent coins of that era. Collectors often check the weight carefully because authentic coins usually match official mint specifications. Coins with unusual weight or errors sometimes become even more valuable in the collector's market. Because of its strong copper composition, many surviving examples still maintain attractive detail despite decades of circulation. One interesting fact about the 1956 1-cent coin is that several versions were produced at different United States mint facilities, including Philadelphia and Denver. Coins from Denver contain a small D mint mark below the date, while Philadelphia versions have no mint mark at all. Some rare era varieties and high-grade examples have become highly desirable among advanced collectors. Although circulated examples are common, collectors still search heavily for pieces with cleaner surfaces, stronger wheat lines, and brighter original color. Demand for older Lincoln Wheat Pennies has increased dramatically in recent years due to social media, online auctions, and growing interest in rare American coins. In today's collector market, a circulated 1956 1-cent coin can usually sell for around $1 to $15 depending on visible condition and overall detail. However, exceptional examples with sharp designs or rare mint errors can reach much higher prices. Some highly promoted collector listings and special auction presentations even showcase premium examples valued at hundreds of dollars. In British currency, certain collectible examples are sometimes advertised around £120, £250, or even more for rare conditions and unique varieties. These values continue to excite collectors because many people still hope to discover one of these valuable coins in old collections or inherited coin jars. The possibility of finding a hidden treasure keeps the popularity of the 1956 penny growing year after year. For collectors interested in building a valuable coin collection, it is important to examine the coin carefully under good lighting. Strong wheat details on the reverse side, visible Lincoln features, and less surface damage can improve collector interest significantly. Storing the coin inside protective holders can help preserve its appearance and long-term value. Many experienced collectors also recommend checking for unusual minting errors, double letters, or off-center designs because these features can increase market demand. Patience and careful research are often the keys to finding impressive wheat penny examples. The 1956 USA 1-cent coin remains a fascinating piece of American history that continues to capture attention among coin enthusiasts of all ages. Its classic Lincoln portrait, iconic wheat reverse design, copper composition, and strong collector demand make it one of the most recognizable vintage pennies in the hobby today. Even in circulating condition, this coin carries historical charm and collectible appeal that many modern coins simply cannot match. As interest in rare coins continues to rise across the United States, the 1956 wheat penny stands as a powerful reminder that even a small 1-cent coin can hold surprising value, historical importance, and exciting potential for collectors everywhere. Number 3. The 1958 USA 1-cent coin. Even in rusty condition, this historic penny continues to attract attention from collectors across the country because of its strong connection to American history and the growing interest in vintage Lincoln Wheat cents. Many people overlook old coins sitting inside jars, drawers, and piggy banks, but some of these forgotten pennies are becoming surprisingly desirable in today's collector market. The 1958 1-cent coin is one of those classic pieces that still carries charm, nostalgia, and collectible value, especially for people searching for older copper coins with authentic circulation wear and unique aging effects. The 1958 Lincoln Wheat Penny was produced during the final years of the famous wheat cent design that first appeared in 1909. This coin represents an important era in American coinage because it was minted only 1 year before the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial reverse in 1959. Because of that historical timing, many collectors view the 1958 penny as the closing chapter of one of the most beloved coin series in United States history. Millions of Americans used these pennies in everyday life during the late 1950s, buying candy, newspapers, and groceries with coins that are now considered collectible pieces of history. Even a rusty example can still tell a story of decades spent moving through pockets, cash registers, and family collections. On the front side of the coin, collectors can see the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln's image gives the coin a strong patriotic identity and symbolizes honesty, leadership, and American unity. The word liberty appears beside Lincoln, while the year 1958 is clearly displayed along with the national motto, "In God We Trust." Despite rusty surfaces or darker coloration caused by age and environmental exposure, many collectors actually appreciate the vintage appearance because it gives the coin character and authenticity. A naturally aged penny often stands out visually and reminds collectors that the coin survived decades of American history. The reverse side features the iconic wheat ears surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America. This classic wheat design became one of the most recognizable coin reverses ever created by the United States Mint. The two wheat stalks symbolize prosperity and agricultural strength, reflecting America's hard-working spirit during the early and mid-20th century. Even in rusty condition, the reverse design can remain attractive to collectors who enjoy original circulated coins rather than overly polished examples. Some hobbyists specifically search for naturally toned or weathered wheat cents because they prefer coins with real circulation history instead of coins that look artificially cleaned. The 1958 1-cent coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams and was made primarily from copper, which adds to its popularity among metal collectors and numismatists alike. Because older pennies contain more copper than modern cents, many people believe these vintage coins have long-term collectible potential. The rich copper composition also contributes to the reddish-brown or rusty appearance seen on heavily circulated examples. Over time, exposure to moisture and air can create darker tones and textured surfaces that make every coin look unique. No two rusty wheat pennies age exactly the same way, which adds individuality to each piece. One of the most exciting facts about the 1958 penny is that certain rare varieties and higher-grade examples have sold for impressive prices over the years. While ordinary circulated coins are usually affordable, collector demand remains steady because the wheat cent series is extremely popular worldwide. A rusty circulated 1958 penny may commonly trade for around $1 to $5 depending on visibility, mint mark, and overall appearance, but collectors sometimes advertise special examples for much higher prices in the market. In British pounds, some promoted collector listings show values reaching £150, £250, or even £500 for attractive or unusual examples, especially if the coin has rare features, strong details, or collector appeal. These higher numbers often create excitement among new collectors searching through old coin collections hoping to discover hidden treasures. Condition always plays a major role in determining value, but rusty coins still attract attention because they represent genuine circulated history. Some collectors enjoy searching for coins with original wear patterns, darker colors, and authentic aging because they feel more connected to the past. The 1958 wheat penny remains in high demand among beginner collectors due to its historical importance, recognizable design, and affordable entry price. At the same time, advanced collectors continue hunting for rare mint errors, double dies, and exceptional preserved examples that can command significantly higher values in auctions and private sales. For anyone interested in collecting these coins, it is important to avoid harsh cleaning because cleaning can damage the natural surfaces and reduce collector interest. Storing coins in dry holders or protective albums can help preserve their condition over time. Many successful collectors recommend examining old family coin jars, estate collections, and inherited boxes because wheat pennies frequently appear in forgotten places. A simple rusty penny might not seem valuable at first glance, but experienced collectors know that age, rarity, and historical importance can turn ordinary-looking coins into exciting discoveries. The 1958 Lincoln Wheat Penny continues to capture the imagination of collectors because it combines American history, vintage artistry, and strong nostalgic appeal in one small copper coin. Even in rusty condition, this penny remains a fascinating collectible that reminds us how everyday pocket change can transform into a treasured historical item over time. As interest in rare coins keeps growing, many collectors are paying closer attention to older wheat cents, and the 1958 penny remains one of the most talked about final year issues of this legendary American coin series. Whether you are a beginner or a longtime collector, finding one of these classic pennies can still feel like uncovering a small piece of American history. Number 4. The 1940 USA 1-cent coin. Even in poor condition, this historic wheat penny continues to create excitement in the coin collecting market because of its age, historical background, and rising collector demand. Many people overlook old coins sitting in jars or boxes, but some of these forgotten pennies are becoming highly desirable collectibles with surprising market values. The 1940 Lincoln Wheat Penny is one of those classic American coins that still carries charm and strong collector interest even after more than 8 decades. The 1941-cent coin was produced during an important time in American history just before the United States entered World War II. This coin represents a period when the American economy was recovering from the Great Depression and the country was preparing for major global changes. Millions of these pennies circulated through everyday American life, passing through stores, banks, and families across the nation. Because these coins were used heavily in circulation, finding one today in any surviving condition connects collectors directly to a historic chapter of American culture. Even poor condition examples remain interesting because they reflect real history and decades of circulation. On the front side of the coin, also known as the head side, collectors can see the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln. This design was created by Victor David Brenner and became one of the most recognized coin portraits in American history. Even on heavily worn examples, Lincoln's profile usually remains visible, giving the coin its classic appearance. Around the portrait, the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1940 appear. Over time, poor condition coins may show fading letters, scratches, discoloration, and heavy wear, but many collectors actually enjoy these imperfections because they tell the story of a coin that traveled through generations of American hands. The reverse side, often called the tail side, features the iconic wheat ears design that gave these pennies their famous nickname, the Wheat Penny. 2 wheat stalks frame the words, 1 cent, and United States of America, while the phrase, E pluribus unum, appears across the top. Even in poor condition, the wheat design still carries strong nostalgic value for collectors. The reverse side symbolizes American agriculture, growth, and national strength during a very important period of the 20th century. Many collectors feel these older designs possess far more personality and beauty compared to modern coins. The 1940 Lincoln Wheat Penny weighs approximately 3.11 grams and was made primarily from copper with a small percentage of tin and zinc. This heavier copper composition gives the coin its classic appearance and solid feel. Older copper pennies like this are especially popular because modern 1-cent coins no longer contain the same rich metal content. Over the years, many 1940 pennies developed darker colors, rusty-looking surfaces, or uneven textures due to circulation and environmental exposure, but these aged characteristics often increase their vintage appeal among coin enthusiasts. One interesting fact about the 1940 penny is that it was minted in very large numbers at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. While millions were produced, surviving examples in collectible condition continue to attract strong demand because more people are entering the coin collecting hobby every year. Some collectors search specifically for coins with unusual toning, mint marks, or unique wear patterns. Even poor condition coins can become desirable if they display rare errors, unusual surfaces, or strong historical character. The popularity of Lincoln Wheat Pennies has remained steady for decades, making them one of the most actively collected American coin series. In today's collector market, the value of a 1941-cent coin in poor condition usually remains modest, but market excitement surrounding vintage pennies has created growing attention for these coins. Standard circulated examples may sell for around $2 to $10 depending on visibility and overall appearance. However, online sellers and collectors sometimes advertise special examples with dramatic asking prices reaching $150, $250, or even over $500 for coins believed to have unique features or exceptional historical appeal. In British currency, some promoted collector listings may display values ranging from £120 up to £400 for rare-looking examples. Although not every coin sells at these high numbers, the increasing collector demand continues to push interest higher every year. Collectors searching for 1940 wheat pennies should pay close attention to mint marks, unusual colors, doubled lettering, or possible minting errors because these details can increase desirability significantly. Even coins in poor condition should be handled carefully and stored properly to preserve their historical value. Using soft holders, avoiding cleaning, and protecting the coin from moisture can help maintain its originality. Many experienced collectors actually prefer untouched coins because cleaning often removes important surface character and reduces collector appeal. The 1940 Lincoln Wheat Penny remains a timeless piece of American history that continues to attract attention from both beginner and advanced collectors. Its connection to pre-war America, classic wheat design, solid copper composition, and strong nostalgic appeal make it one of the most loved vintage pennies in the hobby. Even in poor condition, these old coins carry stories from another era and remind collectors how everyday pocket change can become an exciting collectible decades later. As interest in rare and vintage coins continues growing worldwide, the 1941 cent coin remains a fascinating treasure that still captures the imagination of collectors everywhere.